Psalm 39 is a heartfelt cry, a deeply personal cry of someone who feels trapped in the pointlessness of life and the brokenness and the sinfulness of their own existence. It's a dark, awful psalm. It's not a psalm that you'd want to read when you're having a good day, yet it's a psalm that we may resonate with quite profoundly when we're really struggling. It's a psalm that gives voice to those moments when life is not how we would like life to be, when we are not in a place where we would want to be. It's a psalm that I'm deeply grateful finds its place in the scriptures because it reminds us that God hears and understands and cares for us even in those most awful of moments. The psalm begins with him wrestling with whether he can even give voice to what he's about to say, and then out from him pours these two concerns. And I want to use these two concerns as places from which we can pray. Yeah, we could pray for ourselves, but really what I want us to do is pray for others who we know are in those two places. So listen to this psalm, and then we're going to pray. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I will guard my mouth with a muzzle, so long as the wicked are in my presence. I was mute and silent. I held my peace to no avail, and my distress grew worse. My heart became hot within me. As I mused, the fire burned. Then I spoke with my tongue. You hear him. Dare I say this? Because I don't want to sin, yet this is burning within me. So out it pours. O Lord, make me know my end, and what is the measure of my days? Let me know how fleeting I am. Behold, you have made my days a few handbreadths, and my lifetime is as nothing before you. Surely all mankind stands as a mere breath. Surely a man goes about as a shadow. Surely for nothing they are in turmoil. Man heaps up wealth and does not know who will gather. What pours out of the psalmist is this sense that you get in the book of Ecclesiastes. Life is meaningless. Meaningless. All is meaningless. What's the point? Like, I wake up in the morning and I feel my life is so short and insignificant. I'm like, why bother? Life just feels that low, that lost, that empty. It's a hideous cry to hear. And yet we know people who cry like that. We may ourselves have had times when life feels like there's literally no reason for us being here on planet Earth. That's why I think this psalm invites us to pray for those in our own church family and in the wider community around us who feel in this place, who are lost, whose life feels like there's no point to it. We need to pray that the Lord would meet them in that place. But the psalmist hasn't finished. And now, O Lord, for what do I wait? My hope is in you. Deliver me from all my transgressions. Do not make me the scorn of the fool. I am mute. I do not open my mouth, for it is you who have done it. Remove your stroke from me. I am spent by the hostility of your hand. When you discipline a man with rebukes for sin, you consume like a moth what is dear to him. Surely all mankind is a mere breath. Hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear to my cry. Hold not your peace at my tears, for I am a sojourner with you, a guest like all my fathers. Look away from me, that I may smile again before I depart and am no more. This is the voice of a man who feels like his sinfulness is just too great. Just, God, look away from me. Who feels like even the Lord is against him and he doesn't stand a chance. And I imagine we will know people, or maybe know times when we ourselves have felt like that we've messed up so big that we are stuffed. But we know the good news. That even in those moments, we know that God, our good shepherd, comes looking for us. We know that when we were so far off, he came and met us in his Son. So we are called by this psalm to pray for those who feel broken and sinful and far off, that they may discover the Lord who is coming for them and meets them and loves them, has loved them even to the point of death. So have a read of this beautifully awful psalm, and let us pray for those who are trapped by the shortness and the meaningless of life, and who feel lost in their own sinfulness. Let us pray. God bless.